Okay, first one say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shema, Shah, Bashim, Kadash. Davan say all this possible teach greatness of follow the truth, don't say Shalom to hopeful like the Israel. To Islam back and off of the elder Natazakba's video, South Carolina. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it.
Okay, before I go, I just want to say if you ever run into a black Hebrew Israelite, don't engage. Don't even talk with them. Just don't engage. Don't engage, okay? Black Hebrew Israelites are one of the reasons, okay? If not the reason why Jesus Christ had to come down and die for our sin, okay? So if a Hebrew Israelite comes to you and say that, oh, black people and only these tribes.
So one thing I want to point out is how, first of all, as a woman, you shouldn't be preaching or teaching the Bible to in the same form that a man would, or man, a prophet of the Lord is supposed to. That's one thing. Another thing, she's not bringing forth any evidence to prove what she's talking about. No, she's not bringing forth any scriptures, any proof. She's just talking because somebody may have said something to her, and it got the little girl her little fanny hurt, butt hurt. And you have a lot of idiots like her that will say something but not really back it up, right? You had the other that did another video with this rough ass looking woman that was saying some shit, but she wasn't putting forth any proof or any Bible scriptures. And that's one of the reasons why we tell you, especially you women who like to call yourself preachers, to shut the fuck up, because you're not bringing forth any edification or any proof to prove what you're saying. The Lord told his men to preach his word. If you call yourself a prophet or a prophetess, which when you go to the word prophetess, it's the wife of a prophet. Now, she may have a dream of a vision of the future, but she's supposed to give that to her man so her man can properly, break the dream or the vision down. That's what that goes into. But from the call yourself a prophetess, in the meaning that they like to take that word for, what you're supposed to refer to the Bible if you want to say some shit. Like if you call yourself teaching the Bible, you have to actually get scriptures. Right? There's that other bitch. She said how this isn't the time where who she called Jesus is going to come back. Where's her proof? She didn't bring forth any scriptures. It was all fucking emotion. That's why you people need to shut your fucking mouths, because you quite literally don't know what you're talking about. It's with this little girl right here. And it says, once again, one of the reasons why the Lord died for the sins of his people was right there, idolatry. She calling on the name Jesus, you fucking moron. This is why people like her need to shut their fucking mouths. Because one of the reasons, I'm going to go to this Jeremiah 11 and 13. Because when you go into after we came out of Egypt and we was officially formed, we officially got that contract with the Lord. He gave us a land. We constantly went. I think the first time we went in captivity was after that was either 4 years or 8 years, and it was under Philistines, if I remember correctly. But we went under captivity because of idolatry. Because we were doing the very same things that the Canaanites were kicked out of the land for, aside from the fact that the land was promised to us. Jeremiah 11 and 13. For according to the number of thy cities were thy gods. And once again, you have dumbasses like her that called them. I'm not sure if she calls herself a believer. I'm sure she thinks she's a believer who calls on the name of Jesus, of Zeus, Cesare Borgia, Serbian Jesus, the crime lord, and the sister fucker, the siscon. Behold, I will bring 13, for according to the number of the cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem, Have you set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal, unto demons and false idols? Which is one of the main reasons why our people went in captivity. The very same thing that she herself is doing right now. You know, idol worship. For going against the word of the God that we made that contract with. Exodus 24:7. One, he said unto Moses, come up unto the Lord, thou and an Arab, Nadab and Abihu, 70 of the elders of Israel, and ye worship ye afar off. Moses alone shall come near the Lord. They shall not come high, neither shall the people go up with them. Moses came to the people all the words of the Lord and the judgments, and all the people answered one voice and said, all the words which the Lord hath said we will we do. Moses brought all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrifice peace offerings of oxen to the Lord. Moses took half the blood and put it in the basins, and half the blood he sprinkled on the altar, and he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and he said, all that the Lord had said will we do, and be obedient. And this is when that covenant was officiated through blood. That's why, you know, what there had to be a blood sacrifice. But why did there have to be a blood sacrifice at all? Like, obviously that was a part of the contract, but why did that part of the contract have to be fulfilled? And because our people kept fucking up. And once again, one of the main things was the very same thing that little girl was doing in the video, calling on the name Jesus. Well, and stepping out of line, of course, but being disobedient fucking assholes. Even though our people made that deal, they reneged. Well, we reneged, you know. Moses took blood, sprinkled it on the people, and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. And there, you know, that's when that deal was officiated. And as a result of constant breaking and abusing of the law, because one of the things our people did, they will premeditate sin, and then they will have a sacrifice prepared. The whole point of that sacrifice is for us to reflect and to not do it again. You know, like to sacrifice an animal so we could reflect and not do it again. Not so we could take advantage of it, and it by that point it had lost its meaning, because once again, it's not just some act that you do. That's supposed to be remembrance of how you made a poor decision, and not to do it again, because there are consequences for doing it. Whether it's sacrificing an animal, whether it's receiving some type of other punishment. Like there are sins that you commit, that's worthy of death. Things you do that's worthy of, different types of punishments. The Lord will bring different types of punishments on you for it. But once again, that's to keep you in remembrance and to reflect on what you did and to not make the same decision, which is why there's a punishment there. To correct your decision making and keep you on the correct path. But our people, they went off the path, and they even went so far as to create a scapegoat, to have a scapegoat ready for when they made the conscious decision to go off the path. By that, once again, it eventually lost its meaning, which is why, or not meaning, but it lost its power isn't the correct word. But for lack of better words, that's not really a good word to use. But for lack of better words, it lost its meaning. Which is why Yahweh Shai had to come and give his life. Because he was perfect. He was a perfect sacrifice. No, not blemished. He didn't sin. Not because of black Hebrew Israelites. The Lord gave his life because of niggas. Niggas like you. You damn, what's that, you puta? Hebrews 7:25. Wherefore he is able also to save them to the uttermost that come unto Yahweh by him, seeing he ever liveth to make intercession for them. For such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, and defiled, separate from sinners, made higher than the heavens, who needs not daily, as those high priests, offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins as Solomon and Adam, and then for the people's. For this he did once, when he offered up himself as that sacrifice. But what the people sinned. All of our people, you know? Because like the term Black Hebrew Israelites wasn't a thing back then. So that's another thing. But this is Ephesians, and this might be it. Ephesians 2 and 14, 12, 13. But now, 12. At that time, you were without the Mashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope without Yahweh in the world, worshiping heathens, growing up in heathen lands. But that was part of the punishment for going to heathen gods in the first place. For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us, having abolished in his flesh and enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace. You know, that's what he gave his life for, not because so-called Black Hebrew Israelites, because once again, we weren't called that. You know, that wasn't a term, that wasn't a thing. In the ancient world, the term Black Hebrew Israelites, you fucking moron. But he gave his life because of assholes like that motherfucker in that damn video. But that's pretty much it. I hope it's edifying. So y'all praise this glory. Nanzi, how about Shemal Shad, Bashim Gafadash? The ones who know this person teach great mitzvah, following true show on to hopefully like Israel, Shach, on Great America.